Okay, so now we're going to take some time to now we're going to take some time to actually further customize the avatar to match your clients. So you will need to take measurements of your client with a measuring tape. And you're probably asking, well, what measurements should I take? I think it's probably easiest to follow the measurements that are already listed in Clo. But if you're working for another company, you might already have a list of measurements that they like to use for their fit model. So it's kind of up to you, but I'm just going to refer to the measurements that Clo already has. So to get started, I'm going to use a little bit more space on my screen. I don't need my library open, so I'm going to click that little arrow so that it kind of goes back to this little tab. And I haven't started designing my 2D pattern yet, so I don't really need to look at that window. So if I go down here at the bottom, there's these three little icons, and the first one is this one, which shows both screens, and then it says 3D and 2D. So if I click 3D, it'll only show the 3D window, which I think is fine. Now, just so you know, to navigate, make sure you know how to pan. That's where you push the button. I have a mouse with a scroll wheel, and I can push it and just kind of move it around. That's going to be really helpful. To zoom in and out, I use the scroll wheel as well. And then to turn around my avatar, I'm just holding my right mouse button and then moving my mouse. I definitely recommend you get a mouse. I understand, I know a lot of people are so used to just using their fingers and the trackpad. However, your life will be a lot easier if you get a mouse. You're going to hear me say that a lot about Clo. Okay, so now let's get those measurements a little bit more specific. So we've already, added a size measurement to this avatar, but it's just a basic ASTM size. It's not a custom client size. So to really get that custom fit for your client, take the client's measurements, and then let's go to Clo and go up to Avatar and open up the Avatar Editor. Okay. And you're going to see there are so many different measurements available. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me move our little window over here. So right away, when I open up that window, you might notice the avatar has all these little black dashed lines. Those are all the different places of where this avatar is being measured and how it's being measured. So I think this is a really good list to kind of go off of as you take your client's measurements, because you can really see exactly where they are pulling the measurements. So like if I click, the center front neck to waist, oh, okay, so you have to identify your waistline first, and then they're measuring from the waist, and then this is where their center front neck is. And I know when I teach in the classroom, a lot of students don't realize that the center front neck is all the way that high because they're so used to wearing garments that are lower, so they think it's lower. So I think it's really nice that Clo has this visual of exactly how to measure. So the ASTM standard that we chose defaulted to 14 5/8 inch, 6.25 length, but your client, they might have a longer torso or a shorter one. So you can actually type in, maybe they're actually only 14.5. Okay, and then it will change your avatar to match that. So you want to, you can go through all the measurements if you want. Or you can just stick with the big ones, and the big ones would be the bust, the waist, and the hip. Those are the ones that go all the way around, with your most wide point, your least wide point around the waist sometimes, depending on your body type, and then the most wide point is what I consider the hips too. So at least make sure those three measurements match your client. And if you want to get more specific, you have the option to change all of this, like the length of the legs and all of that. And again, like I said, it's really nice to see when you click this, you can see, exactly where to measure in your client as well. Okay, so you get to type all of those in, and it'll change your avatar, which is great. And then you can hit, let's see here, this little save button. You see it's so teeny. It's this little, I have to like scroll in, like look in at my screen to see it. And it will actually save these measurements for you. So I don't want to name it Missy Straight 12 because I changed something. So maybe you start a new folder. You could get organized, create maybe go to your, I don't know, your documents or somewhere and do save a new folder, and you could say custom measurements or whatever you want to call it. And then in that folder, you could give this a new name, and this is now you know, custom, maybe like client, whatever your client's name is. I'll do some initials. And then you could hit save. And now look how it's saving. It's saving it as an avatar size file. So it's going to have my name, custom underscore client underscore MB, because that's what I named it, but it's going to add .avs. And that's going to tell the computer that these are size measurements. So if you were to find this file, like someone emailed it to you, and you double click it, it might not know what program to open. In order to open it, you want to make sure you're already in Clo, you open the avatar editor, and then you click this folder this here, and then you go find it, and this folder would open any file that ends in .avs. So that's how that works. Okay, so yeah, we need to spend time getting our measurements ready, getting our avatar ready, and let me know if you guys have any questions.